once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we're in a different location than usual, and that is because I have moved into my very own apartment. If you want to see a video about that, I will link it down below, and it'll probably also be linked at the end of this video. But anyway, today I have a topic to speak to you about that is kind of touchy and it's really important to me. So let's just jump into this video and, have this dialogue. So as you guys know, tattoos are a very important part of my life and who I am, and they're just something that I feel very strongly about and something that I'm very passionate about, and I love them, and you guys know this. If you don't, you must be quite new to my channel, but that's how I feel about them. My family has never been very supportive at all of my decision to be a tattooed person. My parents kind of, forbid me from getting any more tattoos while I still lived at their house, all of this stuff, yada yada yada. And I had a conversation with my mom pretty soon after I got my second tattoo about how I wanted her to accept me as a tattooed person in the future, because I just told her straight up, I'm going to get more tattoos as time goes. I'm going to be a heavily tattooed person, maybe not visibly, but I will have more tattoos in the future. And unfortunately, that's not her decision, that's not my family's decision. It's no one's decision but my own, and that's the way that it should be. I really wanted to have a meaningful conversation with her about this and maybe try to open up some room for growth there. Personal growth is very important to me. I think that if you're not growing as a person and learning and changing and all of these different things, then ultimately, what are you doing? You're not living, you're existing in this complacence, sort of, So I had this conversation with her. Obviously, she was not happy about my decision, but I made it very clear that I cannot live my life. I cannot make decisions about my body and my personal modifications based on the opinions and thoughts of other people, because when I go to sleep at night, in the end, no matter what, it's just going to be me. It's not going to be my mom, my family, my dad, my friends. It's going to be me. So the decisions that I make about my body and my personal life, the way that I choose to live, everything like that, it needs to come from within me. It doesn't need to come from other people's opinions and thoughts and their 2 cents and what they believe. Because if I base all of what I do off of what other people think and what they tell me and what they think is right, then I'm never going to be truly happy. You can never live your best life if you live based on the opinions and the thoughts and the ideas of other people. You have to make up these decisions and thoughts on your own. You can't live for other people. It's just not right, and I think that it's very selfish of other people to try to force their ideals and their opinions and their thoughts on you, to try to change what you feel and what you believe is your truth. With all that being said, in the end, the decision that was made was that, of course, I can get tattooed when I move on my own, which here I am, and that if I continue to get tattooed, which I am and I will and I'm actively doing, then my mom and my family in general does not really want to see it if that can be prevented, you know. So like, obviously I will probably get more tattoos on my arms one day. It's just something that's probably going to happen. I don't know, it's just probably going to occur, and I'm not going to stifle that because someone else doesn't want me to. Now, of course, you know, I'm going to get tattoos in places that most people aren't going to see. I'm doing my leg right now. Most people are not going to see that unless I'm wearing shorts or whatever, but around my family, I can just choose to not wear shorts, to not wear dresses, to not wear items of clothing that expose those tattooed areas. Will I expose those areas of my body in public away from my family? Of course I will. I'm not going to be able to hide every tattoo that I have for the rest of my life, and I don't plan to. That's not the way that I want to live. I'm going to get tattooed, and I'm going to show my tattoos because if it's hot, I'm going to wear shorts. If there is an event that requires a formal dress code, I'm going to wear a dress. It's not like I'm ashamed of the art that I put on my body, because if I was, I would not put it on my body, you know. I'm quite sure that members of my family are going to see this video, and that's okay. But I'm going to warn you that you may not approve of what you see, or, you know, you just may not approve, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But this is the way that I'm choosing to live my life. This is what makes me happy, regardless of anyone else's beliefs or ideas or opinions. This is what makes me happy. And at the end of the day, I have to go to sleep with myself. In the end of my life, it will be just me, and I will look back and I will have to decide whether I regret doing things or whether I regret not doing things. And if I lived my entire life choosing not to be tattooed because other people didn't want me to, then I would have a lot of regrets. Because, you know, they always say, in the end, it's not the things, you don't regret the things that you've done, you regret the things that you haven't done. And I think that that definitely would ring true in this situation. I am going to be showing my tattoos in the latter part of this video. So if you are not interested in seeing those, or if you do not approve, or for whatever reason, for personal beliefs, religious beliefs, whatever you think, you don't have to watch that part of the video. I will make it very clear when those photos or video or whatever I choose it to be will come up. You do not have to be a part of that if you do not want to. This is just me vocalizing my feelings and my true thoughts, and the thoughts that I've had for quite some time. This is just me. I do not want to ever stifle my true feelings and passions and personality and who I truly am for anyone, for anything, for any singular person. I do not want to do that. I am at the point in my life where I do not want to hide things. I don't want to lie. I want to express myself the way that I feel I need to express myself. And if some people don't approve of that, then that's fine. If you do approve, then that's definitely fine. I just am tired of hiding the person that I truly am on the inside and not expressing that on the outside. So while I will be respectful and I will think of my family's wishes and their desires and whatever they may want for me, I'm going to live the way that I know deep inside is the way for me to live. This is me. This is who I want to be. This is who I am. And I'm the same person inside. I just sometimes decide to modify the outside of my body. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and warn you that if you don't want to see my tattoos, if you don't want to know about my tattoos, if you're just completely uninterested, you're not ready, you don't want to see this, you don't approve of it, whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and click out of this video right now, and I will go ahead and thank you so much for watching up to this point. Subscribe if you like my content. I have a lot of other videos, mostly beauty related. I do a lot of makeup videos. This is kind of just a sit down serious video. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. So much for hearing me out. Thank you for viewing this video to the end. I very much appreciate it. Leave me a like if you like this video. Thank you guys. Remember to always be who you are. Don't let anyone change you. Just live who you are. Be who you are. Live the way you want to live. Embrace who you are.